it's good to know that people can see me, but I can't see them. So, is this on? Yeah, it's on. So, I'm Hannah, but my weird stage name is not Hannah. I made T-shirts. Ta-da! Yeah. So, I wrote some poetry, obviously, and I'm going to shut up and do it now. This first one is called Quite the Mess. Hi, I'm not Hannah. You see, Hannah couldn't be here today. I'm afraid she's awfully busy being very not okay. Honestly, it's normal. If you haven't heard, she's really quite the mess. The poor, self-deprecating thing is drowning in deadlines and stress. Well, anyway, it's good she's gone now. The fun can begin. Hannah's moping has always had a way of getting under my skin. She's a sweet little pet, but taking care of her when she fucks up is starting to wear me thin. I mean, I have needs too. I don't have time to nurse her every time she feels blue. I could think of a million better ways to spend my time. I want to go out. I want to experience things. I have a life to attend to. Hannah doesn't have much of a life, if you ask me. Riddled by anxiety, single. Her schedule consists of home and school. Quite frankly, she's a wallflower and very uncool. I mean, could you imagine if she had showed up here tonight? Yeesh, she'd be tongue-tied, her face would go white, she'd be swimming in fear, and how awkward would that be? Yeah, thank God she isn't anywhere near. Let's just all admit you'd rather have me in comparison to her. She's an idiot. A dunce. I don't think I've ever seen her accomplish anything, not even once. She should probably let me do this more often. She can just stay inside and do what she does best, cry and panic and regress further into the background. I think that we can all agree that in comparison to her, you'd all rather have someone like me. Thank you. Okay. This one is called I Am Not Thinking of Her. Whenever you pop into my head, I feel utterly pathetic. I can never tell whether I was in love or in infatuation. Whatever it was, I'm completely unable to forget it. I think about your eyes covered in grungy, smoked-out mascara and your endless hair dyed a plethora of colors. And then comes the impossible thought of, I sure did love her. Which of course contradicts the uncertainty that I just expressed. And when I catch myself thinking about you, I then imagine your face, intrigued with the game, yet all the same unimpressed. Hannah, I know you're writing poetry for your big show, but I'm going to have to stop you right there. Fantasizing about your long-lost love is unhealthy and, as the kids say, square. Unhealthy. Fantasizing? Whatever do you mean? I don't care about her anymore. Over it. To hell with the rest. It's like she lives in my head and I just need to vent. And she brings up these memories and that's her way of paying rent. It's not like I still think about her though. That would just be sad. After all, she treated me pretty bad. She was an emotional vampire who never got enough of my blood. I'm sure whatever I felt, it couldn't have been love. I never think about how our hands fit so perfectly together or how I could have better used my time persuading her to be mine. How tragic would that be? To pine over someone who only wants to use and abuse me. If you're trying to make a point here, you're starting to lose me. My point is, Hannah, writing about how little you care shows just how much regret and longing is there. The fact that you still think about her at all, yet deny it, shows that instead of addressing the topic, you'd rather hide it. Wow, look at the time. Like you said, I've got a lot of writing to do for the show, and I really enjoy our little talks, but unfortunately, I have to go. This one is the last one. Thank you. Oh, before I start, I just want to say that I made awesome t-shirts, and you should totally buy them because I worked really hard on them. Thank you. This one is called Fuck You, Robert. Hannah, I think that you're confused. You thought I liked you? I'm actually amused. Just because I asked you out to the movies, just us two, and offered to pay, doesn't mean it's a fucking date. You thought I wanted you? Hannah, get a clue. Exchanging numbers doesn't equate to wanting to get to know you. Don't be a fool. You thought I had a crush on you just because we flirt at school? Wow, you're really dense. Sure, I told you I'd like to fuck you, but that's just common sense. Don't take this personally, but I don't want to hear you whine. You can't say I led you on just because I wasted your time. Don't whine, Hannah. I don't like you. We're just friends. This is what friends do. You're testing my patience, and though my patience is typically strong, it's time to be a good girl, Hannah, and run along. Thank you.